Yo, what up, what up, what up, what up, everyone? I thank you for tuning in on this Shabbat Saturday. It's your humble host, Big Truck. We're going to dive into some things a little bit, switch gears up. Loving someone unconditionally or loving someone with conditions that they provide you with something. We're going to dive into it. So, grab your shoulder pads and your helmet. Let's get this work. Shout out to my girl, Remnant Princess. Let's go.
Women, or females at that, are more likely to divorce their husband because it's conditional when it comes to these females, and they only want to be in something that's beneficial for them. As majority of men, flaws or no flaws, because no one's perfect, it is unconditional. They're there through it all, no matter what. And a lot of females, especially today, just don't want to go through that, because if that marriage doesn't sit with whatever condition they have, then they will leave. And that's actually being perpetrated a lot, especially in the black community.
And we see that. We see a large number of marriages that end that way. I can understand if the offenses were serious for divorce, but when you have offenses that are not that serious and a person still proceeds with a divorce, it makes you kind of wrong. That is one of them things where on my show I hold both accountable. Hold men accountable, hold women accountable. I don't male bash, I don't woman bash. But I like to get down to the truth. We get down to the root of it all. And what we're about to dive into, and we're about to listen, is how one has suffered deep-rooted childhood issues. Whether daddy wasn't in the home, or there were some things that happened to the child, or things that the child saw. There are some traumas there. And we're going to see that in this woman. We're going to hear it. And one of the things I always focus on, body language, facial micros. Work in law enforcement. This is one of the things that they trained us on. Asking direct questions. And see if a person's going to give you a direct answer. Or when you ask a certain question, you watch their facial micros and their body language. Because it tells the story.
So you can know the nigga faking you out.
Yes.
Instead of having a liability nigga. Nah, that's cold.
I don't.
What you think, Sha?
I'm kind of agreeing with her.
What you think, Court? Fake me out.
Take me out.
I ain't no believer in struggle love, baby.
What?
We too grown for that.
Say it again.
I ain't no believer in struggle love.
What that mean? What struggle love?
Struggle love. We ain't finna be out here broke together. Can't get bills paid. You can't wine and dine me. I'm not doing that.
Damn. So you think that?
She already told you right there. She already told you what type of person she is. Gold digger. You can't wine and dine, but you can't take me out. You don't have no money to take your own damn self out? Ain't that calling the kettle black? If you sit back and you listen long enough, a person will tell on themselves. All right, let's continue.
That's a nigga. So what we gonna get? All right, if we weren't struggling, me and you in a relationship right now, what I get?
You gonna get my time, my attention, my support, good sex.
And that's worth what?
That's worth everything. That's worth you
Who
financially
said
taking
that?
care of me. What you mean?
Who said that? Like, I'm just like, all bullshit aside. Who made that up? Who said that?
I mean,
That's worth that.
to me, as a pretty woman, privilege.
To me, that's a pretty woman privilege. To me. So you thought this all up by yourself. Out of everything else you could have thought of that was more realistic, you chose to think this one thing right here all up by yourself. Narcissism and the delusion is fucking real. It's real.
It's a cold world, man.
You gotta know what comes with dating a pretty woman. You can't.
Where them guys be at though? Who be doing all this stuff?
What, the whining and dining?
Yeah.
They everywhere. They ain't hard to find.
How long that shit be lasting though?
As long as you want it to, long as you play your cards right.
Yeah.
That's all it's about. And I play my card real well.
So what a nigga get again?
Love, support, good sex, my time, my attention.
And what do you gotta give?
I need the money. I need faithfulness. I need loyalty. I need everything to just be all about me.
And that's where you failed, and that's where you went wrong. Everything is not going to be all about you. Because when you are in a relationship and or marriage, it's about both. See, we're going to dive into this thing. We're going to talk about it, and I'm going to ruffle some feathers. But at the same time, the truth needs to be had. A large number of y'all walking around acting like y'all shit don't stink. And when it comes to what happens in a relationship or marriage, y'all got the game twisted. But I got something for I got a word for the simps too. I got a word for the simp ass men too. We're gonna touch all. There's a lot of gems in this video. There's a lot of gems in this topic. Let's continue. But she told on herself. She exposed herself already. Why the first thing to come out of her mouth is the money? So you already going in with the wrong intentions. This is where men, I need you to use your ear gate. Ladies, traditional women, traditional respectful women, I need you to use your ear gate too, so that you can continue to separate yourself from modern feminist mop bucket women, gold diggers that behave this way.
I'm the priority.
As a man, you should understand if a woman, after 2 weeks of dating her bills are due and she's stressed out and she got things going on that she can't handle and she's overwhelmed and and she can't pay her rent on time and she needs you to pay her rent, she ain't really fucking with you for real, because women are not even bold enough to do that with I'm gonna keep it real. Okay? Let me tell you something. When a woman really messes with you, she don't even want you to know her shit ain't clean right now. She gonna dress it up every time for you like it's real money. And that's the truth, okay?
For real.
That's the fact.
For
you
real.
ain't never gonna know she has problems. You know how many men I was in full relationships where my shit was in shambles and he thought that I was the best thing smoking? Didn't even know?
The female goes by.
Before she continues, that is so true. If a woman really messes with you like that, it's simple. She's not gonna mind a coffee date not going to mind a walk in the park, not going to mind meeting up. A real woman, because she is into you. You see, she wants to get to know you. And when it comes to dating, like I said, the dating market has shifted so much that animals show their love for each other more than humans do. But see, most don't want to call this thing out. Oh yeah, we're gonna call this thing out. When we talk about adult conversations, this is those adult conversations that need to be had. Now that my channel is growing more and more and more, I get individuals asking me questions, my take from a male's perspective, and it's cool. I can only give what I've experienced, number one, and number two, what I've learned. Those are the only things that I can do. But at the end of the day, it comes down to this. It comes down to, what's your heart like? What's your dome piece like? And a lot of times, a lot of individuals are not willing to take that time to do that. Yes, men are visual. Men are visual. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Women are visual too. Because you want to be with someone that you are attracted to. And it's okay. There's someone for everybody. But like I told you, conversation and reviews. We're going to hold men accountable. We're going to hold women accountable. And everybody is different. Everybody is not the same. Every man is not the same. Every woman is not the same. You have modern feminists, mop buckets. You have traditional loving women here. You have simp ass men. They lean in with their money and their status. Ain't got nothing to their name but stupidness. You got good men that are loving, hardworking, that don't play games, that take life, love, relationships, and marriage and children seriously. I'm an advocate for men when you're doing good. I don't support foolery. In Jamaica, I don't support fuckery. If you're a good man, hey, I'll stand with you. I'll support you. I'll go a step further. If you are a good woman, a good loving traditional woman, I'll stand by you. I support you. But if you with the fuckery and you with the worldly stuff and you've sold your soul to the things of this world, I don't support that. I will expose that. Cat Williams said, all lies will be exposed. Your boy Big Truck said, certain individuals will get exposed for the shit that they do and say.
By Mini F Baby, who has made it clear that it doesn't matter about anything but what she can get from that man. And those men that are willing to give her everything, they're easy to find as long as you put your clause in right, as she said, with this whole narrative about pretty privilege, which is really sex appeal. Now, everything that was said on the podcast afterwards is very true. When a female is talking to you about paying bills, demanding gifts, telling you what her love language is and how you need to meet those expectations, she doesn't like you. It's true. Females are not going to push you too hard because they're too afraid to lose you. Really think about it. If females are willing to be in situationships for nothing, and then the next guy really giving him a bunch of bills, doesn't that tell you already that she's actually just using him because she can?
I don't know what to say.
Heavy on the money.
Heavy on the money.
Yeah.
So what's your perspective on a 50-50 relationship?
Wait, what?
What's your perspective on
Come
a
again?
50-50 relationship?
I don't even think I heard that right. What is that?
You get what I'm saying? So you letting it be known that shit that you bring to the table ain't even 50%. That ain't shit. Like I just said, you supposed to say it 50-50, nigga, you getting love times what you said is worth my money.
Mm-hmm.
So now how much that worth?
You ain't when you say 50-50, you ain't talking about 50-50 financially, or
And I'm saying 50-50 period. Because 50-50 could be, you could bring something to me that's worth more than money. See, you forget, what happened?
okay.
What happened? I'm saying you could, right? That's what you're saying. Women basically do. Pretty girl privilege usually bring something that's worth more than money. If I'm giving my money up for it, then that must mean you got something that's worth more than money.
Yeah, this thing between my legs.
You heard it. You heard it. You heard it yourself. Cannot be making this shit up. You heard it. If you listen long enough, person will tell you everything you need to know. Like I said, working law enforcement, one of the things that they teach us, facial micros, body language. She triggered by certain things he said. 50-50. What do you bring to the table? Teamwork. Meet me in the middle. Don't you know all of those work together? It's the same point. It's the same meaning. It's worded different, but it's the same meaning. Maybe y'all missed that, right? When it comes to a relationship and it comes to a marriage, we both gonna put into it. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. We both gonna put into it. I've seen couples that they run their household together and that works for them. Whether he's paying the mortgage, she pays the bills, they both take turn with the kids. Either way it goes, they run their household together and they're not missing a beat, especially in this market of today where two incomes is better than one. See, me, I can care less about how much money a person makes, long as you have a job. Because I look at long term. I look at long term when I'm investing in someone. I look at the legacy. I look at the memories. You see? I look at we are a team. If I'm going to buy a house, we're going to buy a house together. There's things that go along with that. Teamwork. 50-50. What you bring to the table. I bring my finances to the table, she bring hers. I bring my spiritual relationship to the table, she bring hers. I bring my mental to the table, she bring hers. I bring my emotional to the table, she bring hers. Different roles, same responsibility. Once again, it goes back to animals show their love for each other more than humans do. Well, times have changed. Well, that's the problem. Once again, when it comes to relationships and or marriage, it's two of us. It's us. It ain't me, me. You, I. It's us. And when you understand us and you walk in that, hey, you have a happy home. I'm old school. I want to see how you handle chaos. When your faith is tested, I want to see how you move. Everybody want to eat the cake, but they don't want to help bake it. What happens when times are hard and chaos and reality and the truth is sucker punching your ass from each and every side, each and every way. How do you handle that? Are you a person that prays? Are you a person that takes a moment, breathe, assess the situation, then come up with a game plan? Baby, we're going to get through it. I'm not going to just leave you and run. I'm going to stand with you. We're going to get through it together. Because just in case you didn't know, that's what boss men and women do. They stand together, even in the midst of chaos. I hear a large number of people using big words, but ain't making no damn noise. Their actions show different. Trying to sound good for attention, clicks, views, and likes. And kill all that noise. If you in this relationship, you in this relationship. If you're going to be here, you're going to be here. If not, then leave. Well, one person won't do, someone else will. All is fair in love and war. You feel me? You're talking to an individual that takes relationships seriously. Y'all know, those know my story. Married for 14 months, got done dirty and greasy. But guess what? There's a lot of blessings that came behind that. 2019, 2020, 2021, those was hard. Was really hard. 2022, coming into 2023, now I'm able to breathe. But I had to deal with self. I had to reinvent myself. I had to go through it. I was glad that I went through it. Because now I'm able to share my testimony. And those that follow me know I got a testimony. I got one for you. Like, woo! Sometimes a reflection, I shock my damn self. But when Yahweh Shai has a purpose for you, Elohim has a purpose for you, yes, you're going to go through some things. You're going to get bit. You're going to get bit. That's when you go to your playbook. Some call it the Bible. We call it the Torah. Every play in that playbook is right there. Let's continue. Let's eat this. Let's eat this knowledge.
You know how many of them it is? You gotta fix it out. You know how many of those it is?
It's a lot of them, but it's only one me. You could Google me, baby.
I'm saying, how many women feel like that though?
A lot of them feel like
A nigga that cannot be controlled by pussy holds the most value, because some bitches really do think that their pussy is everything. They have absolutely nothing of value to contribute to a relationship or a man who has everything that they need. Why would a stable man who, has his own house, his own car, a good job, and his own money, his own motion completely, what the fuck do he have to listen to a bitch who really have nothing going on but pussy for herself?
Minus the cussing, but she makes a point. If the only thing that you can add value or bring to the table is your body, that's pathetic. It's sad. Once again, we have to be able to call out the things that we see. Okay? When you call these things out and you have adult conversations about them, it sheds light on a lot of things on how a person moves. And this is why I separate the two. Because every man and every woman is different. I say, man, big truck, you too harsh. I'd rather be honest and straightforward with you than lie to you. And building this brand and building this show, The King's Table, is not built on lies. I don't operate like that. I'm not gonna sit up there and feed people lies. I'm gonna research, come back, and share with y'all. Most don't want to hear truth. Well, okay, you ain't got to listen. But those that do want to hear truth from a male perspective, those that are open-minded, okay, those that can put themselves in one's shoes. See, you never know until you walk a mile in someone's shoes. You will understand. Use myself as an example. I could have never understood why a large number of women will fight for their marriage, even though they're getting treated like crap. They're getting disrespected. They're getting verbally abused. I never understood it until I went through it. That very exact same thing my ex-wife did to me. Started in 2019, 2020, 2021, 22. Everything just settled then coming into 2023. Now we're in 2024. Like, whoa. Now I understand how a woman feels. Because I've walked in that. I would never treat a woman that way. I would never marry a woman and treat her like my ex-wife treated me. Never. You see? So it's easy to say something. It's easy to say one thing if you've never walked in those shoes. But it hits home and it speaks value when you've walked a mile in those shoes. I take love, relationship, and marriage very seriously. Children, I take very seriously. But you have some that, because all they've known is Pookie and Ray Ray, that's what's familiar to them. When a good man come along, they don't know. So he either gets friend zoned, I'm not interested, gets rejected, and so forth. It happens. Vice versa, even if you flip it. All that man was used to was Makita and Shaquita. But when a good traditional woman that stands on love and tradition and respect comes along, he doesn't know how to treat that woman. Yeah, she looks beautiful inside and out. Inside, mind, heart, inside and out. But he's never had a woman like that before, so he doesn't know how to treat her. This is what he's familiar with. And 9 times out of 10, individuals are going to go with who they are familiar with. Now, my next question, are you willing to learn? People say, Big Truck, what are you looking for in a relationship? I ain't looking for nothing. But I tell you what I need from the individual who I'm speaking to directly. You see how that dynamic shifts? You see how, wow, I've never heard it been put that way before. I kind of like it. The person that I'm getting to know, I will tell them what I need from them. I don't speak for all men, and I don't like it when women speak for all women. Speak for yourself. For myself, it don't take much to please me. Feed me, love me, respect me. I don't come with no long list. Damn that. I keep it simple, easy like Sunday morning. I open up the doors for everything else to come in. And you have to be willing to. You have to be willing to do something that you've never done in order to have something that you never had but always wanted. Let's continue to get this work.
Certain bitches look for those type of men who lack all of those things because control. Puppet master, she can pull your strings, or you not listening, or you not acting right. Bitch, get out. Give me my keys to my car.
Do women know how valuable femininity to a man is? Like, do you know how valuable that is?
I mean, we are soft. Like, you have to give us a reason to be soft. You have to give us a reason to be feminine. And I honestly feel,
if that's what you is?
No, I'm not.
I'm saying, if you's a feminine woman, why I gotta make you feminine?
No, we look feminine, we dress feminine, but our mentalities, our attitude, you have to give us the reason to be mentally feminine. Like, I'm not just gonna be feminine just because I'm a woman.
Stop. A man should not have to make a woman feel feminine. Either you feminine or you not. Period. If you are a man, you're masculine or you not. Period. Should no man have to make you feel feminine? That's something you should already be walking in. Same thing with a man. That's something a man should already be walking in, being masculine. I love a woman that's feminine. I love a woman that's friendly. You see, I love a woman that is kind. I love a woman that goes after what she wants. Take, for example, you got your job, right? Everybody got their jobs. You know, you saw the job that you wanted and you went after it. Right or wrong? You went after it. You did everything you could. You researched your job. You went after it. You got the interview. You did that. Well, what about take that same energy into your love life? Seeing something that you like, you go after it. You put that work in. Just like me, working where I work in law enforcement. I saw it. I applied. I did the work. Got into it. Same thing with doing executive protection. Bodyguard for celebrities. I saw it, got trained for it, and I did it. Okay, let's back it up. Same thing with football. I saw it, and I did it. I put in the work. I had an amazing professional career. It was sad to walk away from the game, but 2023, hey, last year I put that work in. I went hard in the paint to end up with 2 gold medals from Team USA. So why not take that same energy and put it into your love life? You put in that same energy when you got your job. And that's why you're hired. That's why you're at the job that you're at now. It'll hit home later. It'll register later. Just
Huh?
Like, for me to be in my soft girl era.
So what you gonna be the next? What you gonna be when you're not there? What you gonna be?
Dominant. I'm a run shit.
I look at myself as an alpha female. The reason I'm not bigger, I'm not stronger. Lord knows I can't wait till an alpha male comes in my life and takes over. I'm an alpha female because I am the head of my household. So how a man would be a head of his household and run things, I have to do that until a man comes in and does that. Yes, I am an alpha. The bills are paid by me. My kids are taken care of by me. I run everything that goes on in my life and my children's life to a T. Nothing does not move unless it moves through me.
Look at here. Look at here. When I hear a large number of women talk this way, and the way that the other sister is talking, and I read body language and I listen very well, question that comes to my mind is, who hurt you? You don't have to walk in your masculine. You don't have to. It's a choice. We all have choices. That's not attractive to a man. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. That will make a man fall back. And not knowing that man could have been your blessing. Okay, let's look at it like this. Why do you have a large number of individuals that mess it up for themselves before it even gets started? They shoot themselves in the foot directly before things get started, whether it's man or woman. And when you see that, you will understand why what we're seeing is a large number of black men falling back. I mean, when you look at it, okay, if that's how you want to be, you can be that respectfully. I'll fall back. And we see a lot of women that are single, and they don't know why they're single. Sometimes you have to have reflection and look at yourself. If you're asking a man to look at himself, okay, I'm asking a large number of women, you got to look at yourself. Well, men need to take accountability. Fair enough. Large number of women need to be taking accountability. Soon as a man states his preference, it's a problem. But it's okay for a woman to state her preference. Here's the thing. Regardless of what you say, it's going to be how it's going to be. It's going to go how it's going to go. There ain't nothing we can do to stop it. There's nothing wrong with both parties having a preference, setting boundaries, setting limitations. We just see more men doing that. Okay, let's go a step further. I'll take it further. For you women that are single and you have sons, would you allow your son to bring home a woman like this to the family function? I'll sip my mushroom coffee and I'll wait for a response. I think not. Because if you won't do it, Big Mama do it. And we know who Big Mama, Big Grandmama. She'll pull your son in the kitchen and have a meeting with him. Who's that? What is that? And that's why we say be careful who you bring around your family. You could bring the wrong one around your family and that person will embarrass you. Stop taking women out on dates that don't deserve to go out on dates. Be careful of who you take out on a date. Yeah, that does go both ways. But we're calling it out across the board. You cannot turn a blind eye to the things that you see. Your boy Big Truck is just man enough to call it out.
I'm an alpha female. I'm in the working field. I'm competitively in the working field.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not beneath any.
Females always think they're saying something when they say they're alpha female or they're masculine and dominant. The problem is a lot of females think that being feminine means that you don't have influence when it comes to finding a man that you want. When in actuality, being feminine is the most influential you will be to that man, is the most attractive you will be to that man. But they seek control in the relationship. It's not about being attractive, it's not about finding the right person, it's about getting the best deal from that man and having as much as control of what you seek when it comes to that man. They know their market. So everything she said about in between her legs is true, because she knows who she wants. She knows the men that she's seeking for want the coochie and will do anything for the coochie. There are men like that, and that's who she's seeking to be able to gain off his back.
Yes, it's men out there who
It's
really
very
just break
few though,
bread.
right? Very few.
I mean, they may not be the ones we attracted to, but
Oh.
To you simp ass men. Now, here's where we shift a little bit. Here's the thing, you simp men, and I hear it. If you are a simp, you are leaning in with your money. You are leaning in with your status. Your ass deserve to get played. I'm going to say it once again. If you are a man and you are leaning in with your finances, you leaning in with your status, like that's supposed to wow a woman, your ass deserve to get played when she play your ass. Because ain't no real man gonna lean in with his finances and his status. Because to a real woman, that shit don't matter. What's your dome piece like? That means this. What's your heart like? All that, a real woman is not going to be attracted to all of that worldly shit. And this is adult talking. We talking. A real woman wants to see how you move. A real woman wants to see how you treat yourself. There used to be that old saying, how a man treats his mother, how he treats his woman. I kind of beg to differ on that, because I look at how a person treats themselves is how they gonna treat you. Is that person kind to themselves? Is that person kind to others? Does that person respect themselves? Does that person respect others? I always use the phrase, communication is the key used to unlock many doors. And you have a large number of individuals out there that do not know how to communicate to save their life. And I'm speaking on both sides, because I sat there and I listened to some men talk, and I'm like, really? Really? And you wonder why she ghosted you. You wonder why she rejected you. You wonder why she friend zoned you. You wonder why she fall back. You wonder why she didn't call you. You wonder why she rejected your date invitation. You wonder why she won't sleep with you. You wonder why she won't kiss you. Have you sat back and got a tape recorder and listened to yourself talk? You have nothing to talk about but foolishness. On the other hand, the same thing applies for the woman. Man, she beautiful, she's sexy. But when she opened up her mouth, oh Lord have mercy. Man, I bumbaclad, man, I rostat. Gonna have me speaking patois up in here. Communication is very simple. It's very easy. And that's why I always would suggest to anyone, a first date, yes, y'all should meet somewhere. Y'all should keep it simple. Inexpensive and simple. You want to know. I want to know What am I getting myself into by dealing with you? Because real people say and do real things. Fake people say and do fake things. Catch it.
You just be settling for anything.
I'ma just be honest. It ain't settling when they're taking care of you though.
So how you play? What you say to the nigga?
You just talk sweet, tell them what they want to hear, make them feel good.
Like what?
I mean, whatever they want to hear, make them feel like you want them. Just make them feel like
it's
you
an
want
illusion. An illusion. That's what a lot of these women doing though, for real. Yeah. But they just doing it. They doing it undercover.
And
you just saying out loud.
And what you do is you get a man that you're not feeling for your financial reasons, and then on the side you get a man that you feeling.
He ain't gotta have no money.
Keep too.
He ain't gotta have no money though.
No, because I mean your other dude taking care of you.
T anyone? You heard it yourself. To the ladies that are raising boys, would you allow your son to bring a woman home that look like her? Honest. We all adults here. We full grown here. To the women that have sons, would you allow your son to bring home a woman like this to Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, his birthday, your birthday? Would you allow, how would you feel? I couldn't even imagine. I don't have children, but I couldn't even imagine or phantom a woman bringing home a son, bringing home a woman that behaves just like her. And you don't sniff that out, or Big Mama don't sniff that out and call that out. This is the reality. Women like that play Russian roulette. And it's a gamble. Because what happens when you play the wrong one? Then what? See, I grew up in the streets. So, Long Beach, Compton. I grew up there. So these were things that I saw. These were individuals that I saw. But see, I had a father that taught me, this is the type of woman you choose. This is the type of woman you leave alone. And a mother too. Well, I just made bad choices. Damn, how many bad choices is your ass going to continue to make before you get it? But to the simps out there, the simps lean in and make way for a large number of those women to behave this way. Y'all ain't going to say it, but I'm going to say it.
There's some important papers I need you to read.
A divorce?
Yes, I want a divorce.
You ain't getting no divorce around here. What you want a divorce for?
Because I'm not happy. I'm not going to stay in a marriage that I'm not happy in. I've already been unhappy for the past 2 years I've been with you. Baby, I'm tired of it. I want happiness. I want to be free.
All the stuff I do for you, yo, I provide. I make sure you good. I make sure your kids good. I make sure everything done around
Okay,
you.
but I can do that myself. You are just
So why
not
you ain't do it
enough for
yourself?
me. I was doing it when you met. I was good when you met me. I'm not attracted to you. I don't want to be with you.
So why you take my ring?
Honestly, because my mama told me yes when you asked for my hand in marriage.
So you married me because of what your mom said.
I mean, I was trying to please my family, but look, I just want the paper signed. I don't want to be with you no more.
Who you want to be with?
That ain't your damn business.
That is my business. You my wife.
I fell in love with a woman.
A woman?
Yes, a woman.
What kind of, what?
She can do a whole bunch of things that you cannot do.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't have to
okay.
fake certain things anymore. I won't do this no
You
more.
out of pocket, yo. You
I
out of pocket. You don't make no sense right now.
do make
You don't
sense.
no
I do make sense.
right
I am about to live in my truth. I want to live in my truth.
No, what you did was cheat, and you think you in love.
I am.
Okay.
This girl gave me in 30 days what you could not give me in 2 years. And I don't want to do it with you no more. I want you out because she's moving in.
I'm not going nowhere.
You need to get out or I will throw you out.
You're going to be a happy family.
You need to get
You're going to be a
I got
happy
time.
family.
You better.
I'm not going nowhere. You better call the
better get
police. You better call the police. I'm telling you now.
You better get out. Get out.
I'm not doing none
Get
of
out.
that.
Get out. Get out. Get out my house. Get out.
I'm not
Get out.
going nowhere.
Get the fuck out my house. Get out my
Really,
house. Get out my house. Get out my house. And don't come back.
I'll be back.
Yeah, okay. And my girl gonna be here to take care of that.
Mana bumba clad, mana clad, mana ras clad. You know, a lot of things going on there. You knew what you were about or who you were attracted to. That should have been said in the beginning, not 2 years later. Once again, and man, even though we don't know if this is a skit or not, but get the meat and potatoes of it. Okay? You want to divorce me? Cool. Let's get this thing cracking. Because I guarantee you, karma's going to come back and put a guillotine chokehold on you. Karma's going to come back and get you. Going to hit you where you stand. And what a large number of men are doing now that they didn't do before. See, before, men will argue, go back and forth. I'm not signing it. What's going on? They were fighting for it and still getting treated like shit. Hey, kind of what I went through. But now what we're seeing is men saying, okay, I got a passport, I got options, cool. I'm out. We're not going to go through this whole rigmarole. And that's it. Then reality comes and hit them. Don't be in a place where you're not appreciated, but go where you're celebrated. You know, did I take my divorce hard? Yes, I did. Because we made an oath to Yeshua HaMashiach. We made an oath to God. I take that because I take my relationship, my spiritual relationship, very seriously. I don't act like I'm holier than thou, but I know my place. I know how to stay in my lane. All right. I fought for my marriage, counseling and all. I did everything that I could until that one day. It was that one day I heard his voice. He said, it's not you, it's her. I'm going to show you everything. Led me to scripture. See, and that's the thing. He will lead you. He will do it. Won't he do it? He'll take you to scripture so you read and see it for yourself. But, yeah, this is what we're seeing. It's wrong. Both are out of pocket because he shouldn't have stayed. Ain't no way in hell that's going to be, man, listen. Either a person's going to treat you right or a person's not going to treat you right. A person's going to take marriage seriously or a person is not going to take marriage seriously. A person's going to take love seriously or a person is not going to take love seriously. Either way it goes, a decision has to be made.
When she posted this is what she had to say. Spent 2 years of my life unhappy with this man. I've been in denial about my desires for women and I'm ready to live in my truth. I was never attracted to this man. I never fell in love with this man. My husband was just a good guy that I felt I needed, but I never wanted him. I don't give a F what anyone thinks about me. I'm choosing me and my happiness. I filed the divorce.
And how many of us have heard that? How many of us have friends done that exact same thing, moved in that exact same way? I want to do what I want to do. It's all about me. I need to walk in my truth. You should have done all of that way before then. And for you to commit yourself to another woman, again, to each his own. But I ain't selling my soul to nobody, especially the same counterparts. Not gonna happen. I love women. I do need a woman in my life, but this is the type of woman I need versus what I don't need. How do you depict the two? By having conversation. See, everything goes back to communication. Effective, selective communication. Being able to ask questions. Being able to spend time with a person. Large number of individuals don't want to spend time no more. How quick can I get you in the bed? It's not about that. I mean, if that's how you want to move, there's individuals out there that don't mind moving in that way. But there are some individuals that are out there that don't move in that way. Because that's not their character. And you have to respect that. You have to respect that. That goes both ways. For men and women. You have to respect it. Let's continue to eat.
Let's get this straight. The same way we tell females that a guy will do anything for the coochie and he will ghost you, he will even marry you and divorce you, he will do all these things and not actually be interested in you. It's the same going the other way around when it comes to men. Why would you put yourself in this situation when the female doesn't like you? She openly admitted that she will say anything to men just to feed his ego and get what she wanted. In this case, her behavior is foul, but you cannot be so gullible and weak-minded. Yes, this female is foul, but when are we actually gonna talk about these type of men that don't actually care about finding a good woman?
So you letting little shouter break you up and then you...
I'm gonna be real with you. When it comes to us women, you don't gotta do a lot if we really feeling you. It's the ones we don't like. We make them do it all.
I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. There's nothing much you have to do to a man because a man is simple if he really likes you. Same goes both ways. When you look at when there's a mutual likeness, let's start with the mutual likeness. When you have a mutual likeness, anything is possible. You really don't have to do much. You really don't have to it makes a lot of things simple, easy, when you have a mutual likeness. I mean, it's like the whole energy, the whole vibe, the whole flow. Okay? When it's a one-sided likeness, let's use this as an example. He likes you, but you're not feeling him. That's a one-sided likeness. Certain things can be uncomfortable, uneasy, and you're not trying to be rude or disrespectful. He's quite not getting it that you're not into him. But he keeps assisting, he keeps pressing. And then he flashes money around and throws, okay. Because then as a woman in your mind, well, you can do this two ways. You can remove yourself from the situation and be out, or you could string him along and drain him of his money and resources. There it is, straight to the point.
Stepdads are men that women wouldn't date if they didn't have kids.
So you ain't like your husband.
I ain't trying to embarrass my husband even more on the internet, but he was a simp and I seen the opportunity and I took it.
Well, I'm saying what his qualities was.
I mean, for one, he accepted the fact that I have 3 kids.
So you got 3 kids too?
I have 3 children.
And a nigga supposed to come with the bag?
They supposed to come. And that's why you have to have a bag.
Yeah.
Like you got to take care of me and my kids.
So
why not have your own damn bag? How about that? Have your own. She said he was a simp. I knew he was a simp when I got with him. Boy, I hope he's watching. But here's the thing, though. Men, my brother, here's where we have a conversation with you. When you lean in with money, you lean in with things, this is the result of it. Your ass get played. You get used, you get drained. Well, a man's supposed to provide. Who is he providing for? Let's ask that question. Who is that man providing for? I'd rather provide for a woman that she's worthy. I'd rather provide for a woman. She's my teammate. I got her back, she got my back. You see? Want to provide for a woman that loves me, treat me, and appreciates me, versus providing for someone who can't even lift a finger to do any of those things, but have nothing of value to bring into your life. But there's a flip side of that. That person that is a provider. If that person that is a provider says, get your shit and get out, where you gonna go? Then what? You see how it shifts? There you go. Versus going into a relationship or marriage. Listen, let's have an understanding. Let's come up with a game plan and execute that game plan. Whatever that game plan be that works for us and our household, let's do it together. Can we do that? Cool. It's not what you say, it's how you say what you say. It's not, you you have to know how to move in certain situations. Heaven forbid something happens and I'm hurt and I'm going to be out for 6 months. Can I trust you to hold it down until I heal and get back to work? You see what I'm saying? If I lost my job, and if you know me well enough, you know if I lose a job, 2 weeks, I'll be right back on one. Because I'm a hustler. I get it. I'm an executor. I execute things just like in football. I treat for the most part, I run my life like I do football, because football was my job. You know, tackling motherfuckers, throwing them over the wall, playing arena ball, sacking quarterbacks, and, you know, causing fumbles and taking it to the house for a pick six and just getting real grimy and gritty with it. But also playing football has taught me how to be a gladiator. Has taught me how to plan something and be strategic with it and move with it and be quiet with it. And I do my best work in the midst of chaos, because I don't need to run around like a chicken with my head cut off. Okay, this is how we're going to do it. This. Boom, let's execute it. And if that don't work, we got plan B. We got an audible. We're going to cause an audible, and we're going to switch up the gameplay and execute that. Working in federal corrections has taught me so much. How to be more vocal. No, this is what you going to do, and this is how this is going to happen. Are you with me or you not? Are we in it or we not? Do you love me or you don't? You want this to work or not? Black, white, here, go, left, right, up, down. How to be more, not just vocal, but direct. I'm not going to beat around the bush. I'm Jamaican and Samoan, so I come with that island flavor. But at the same time, I'm about culture, I'm about family, and about what is right, what is professional, what is acceptable. Acceptable professional behavior. And what I'm seeing today is unprofessional behavior. I'm like, damn it, man. So she knows what she's doing. She knows how to pick a man that is strong-minded, a man that has his shit together, a man that knows who he is and whose he is and walks in that, in the essence of his truth in life. She couldn't handle a man like that. Most people ask for something they can't handle, and we see it. But she used to the Pookie and Ray Ray. Every day, all day. You see how that dynamic worked? You tell me I'm lying. How many times, if you have homeboys or homegirls that operate in that exact same way, that you know, or you work a job and you got your coworkers, oh, especially if you're a woman and you own a job, oh, you hear it all. Just sit back and listen to a large number of women talk about how they play their man, the things they don't do for their man, and air out all their personal business about what goes on in their household. Trust.
Like, you automatically get these responsibilities.
Yes. And another reason why, like, I wouldn't want to get with a guy who's got kids is because one thing that could be an off-putting thing about men is that if I'm dating a guy who's got a child and it's not like my previous scenario, everything might not be smooth sailing with the child's mother. I don't want to get into the middle of some mess. And I feel like that's a realistic situation because that happens a lot. You're not always going to get along with the mother or father of your kids, your ex-spouses. Do you know what I mean? There will be something. But for me, I'd rather avoid that because I don't.
And I can get where she's coming from with that. And it kind of goes both ways. You know, And there has to be a medium. There has to be a middle point with that. So what do you mean a middle point with that? 9 times out of 10, a man is going to meet a woman that has children. Okay? And pending on the relationship that that woman has with the children's father, okay? Here comes the new guy. If the woman has an understanding, there's an understanding between her and the father, cool. And she shares it with the new guy. Hey, I do have children from a previous relationship or marriage or whatnot have you. This is the deal. This is what's going on. Cool. Then the man has the decision to make that decision if he wants to continue to pursue her or not. Simple as that. The more honest upfront that the woman is, something like that can work in her favor. And she understands that if we get married, he will be a stepfather. I'm like, that's automatic. Duh. You feel me? But when a woman is not upfront and is deceiving, that can be a problem. So it can go both ways when dating a woman with children. What is the relationship like with the father? Well, he's not in their life. Okay. Man has a right to ask, the new guy has a right to ask questions. It's not about making you feel like you want to interview. No, it's just asking questions. It's a verbal investment. And that's why communication is so important on both sides. Let's just say the same thing if you shift it. That the new woman wants to know what she's walking into dealing with the man that has kids. Is the baby mama cool? Do y'all have an understanding when it comes to the child care? Is she ghetto? Is she hood? Is she stupid? What? Do she got problems? Do I have to be careful? You see? Because the new girl and the guy could be out on a date, baby mama see and go off. We see that happening. And 9 times out of 10, either A, the man is still sleeping with the baby mama, not telling the new girl, or that's just how she is because she's jealous and she didn't like the fact that he moved on and got him someone better. Okay, we can go ahead and we can flip it the other way around. Same thing. Baby daddy didn't like the fact that baby mama moved on. So now baby daddy got a problem with the new guy. And the new guy like, what the hell? Same thing. I just gave you 2 scenarios from 2 different parts, 2 different sides. So I do understand. But at the same time, it comes down to an understanding and being honest and open in that situation. And the more honest and open a man and woman are in that situation, they can have a healthy relationship with someone that's coming into an already made family. My opinion. Because you still got good people. You still got good men and women out there that have children. I'm not going to discredit, but I'm going to say it's conversations that need to be had that individuals are not having and just assuming.
I have children.
Men don't want to date single mothers, or men always talking about single mothers, this, that, and the third. This is a perfect example as to why. Because again, you expect this man to come in, be the man of the house, pay all the bills, be romantic, do all that, be a father to a son that he didn't have. That's not my son.
But he has no say so.
But he has no say so in the discipline. He has no say so in the guidance. He has no say so in how this house is going to be ran in regards to your son. So how do you expect me to be the man of the house when every time that I try to tell him something that's right, you bucking the system because you getting emotional, because you damn the message I'm saying, you processing it as, no, you can't tell my baby nothing.
Because it's my baby.
Just my baby.
Yep.
So as a man, how enticing is that of a situation to walk into? That's why men don't want to date single mothers. That's why.
And again, I wouldn't say it works for all men. You know, I have a couple of friends. They have children, and when they got married, before they got married, they sat down with their fiancés at that time, and they had a conversation. And they said that, and the ground rules were set. When it comes to the discipline, we'll do it together. I'm not a man. I'll let you take the lead on that. Let me know what you're going to do before you do it. But I don't have no problem when it comes to the discipline. Just keep me involved. Let me know your reason why. And it was cool because they knew they didn't fall into that's my baby, ain't no other man gonna put their hands on my baby. Look, rather the discipline come from home and have hubby discipline your child than have the streets do it. Because the streets gonna do far worse than what hubby gonna do. Discipline.
I think it's very commendable to date a single mother. If she's in the child's life, obviously, she's a responsible woman. She didn't choose this, obviously, because I don't think any woman wants to be a single mother. It shows that you raised a great son to be able to accept a woman for her struggles and what she's going through. I don't know.
I would not say it's commendable for a man to be with a single mom. I think if your son is choosing a single mom, his value's fairly low in the sexual marketplace, and he probably doesn't have better options. But to be clear, I think in this scenario, right, you got a single mom who, by dating her, by default, you're going to take on excess responsibility without the corresponding authority, meaning you can't discipline the kid in certain ways. It's not your kid, and you have to then listen to her, and she takes lead on the parenting aspect, which removes your authority as a man, so that's very difficult for him to play that role. He still has to usually take on the financial responsibilities of caring for that child because he's caring for the mom. He also has to help out with the kid, take soccer practice, whatever. So it's usually an L.
And you finna get it all.
How you spotting what they look like?
I mean, they usually look like squares. It ain't even that they ugly or nothing. They just look like squares, like lames.
They
like,
just ain't got that.
Yeah, they just ain't got it. They look like
nigga, your shoulder ain't even sitting right. There's something wrong with
they
you.
They look like the ones women pay no attention to.
And what they
sweet talk you, your queen, good morning, beautiful, all that mushy ass shit. Yes, all that mushy ass shit. You know, those kind.
And that's why I fast forwarded to it. Men doing the right things for the wrong person. I'm going to say that again. Men doing the right things for the wrong person. Fuck it, I'm going to sound like Dr. Omar Johnson. I'm going to say it again. Men doing the right things for the wrong person. A woman like her, you don't call queen. Good morning, beautiful. Women like her, you don't. I have no respect for a woman that behaves the way she behaves. 100,000 with you. A woman like that will not get my respect. Damn that. A woman that behaves like that will not get a text message from me talking about good morning, beautiful, good morning, queen. Because every woman is not a queen. Every man ain't a king. But in this sense here, she is definitely not a queen. She ain't no thing she is. She thinks she's the sexiest, best thing since sliced bread. So, with that being said, men, you got to choose wisely. Men, you got to use discernment and wisdom. You got to know who to refrain from. She already told you. These are the type of dudes she look for. Oh, you a target. And next thing you know, you even got women out there getting pregnant. I'm doing one on a lot of these athletes. You know, that they get the wrong women pregnant. They get with the wrong woman that everybody else has been with. And that's what they do. They get pregnant by these athletes. They ain't got to do shit. I can honestly say, knock on wood, throughout my professional career, there has not been no smut on my name. When I was in Atlanta Falcons training camp to being with the Dallas Cowboys training camp, there was never no smut on my name. Number one, my dad was a professional athlete, so he taught us the game. He taught us how to move. And then I got family that are entertainers, so you know. Shout out to my cousin Buju Banton and shout out to the Booyah tribe. You know how to move. You're not gonna mess this family name up. You out your damn mind. We'll put you under before that happens. And that's how and that's how we roll. You know, I know about trust me. I know about certain parties. Been there. I didn't participate. I knew when 11 o'clock came, my ass bounced. I'll leave it at that. But she's telling you. So if she's telling you, men, use discernment. Wake up. Let me speak in layman terms. Wake the fuck up. If a person is showing you who they are and how they move, believe them.
Because I have felt guilty in the past for not wanting a nice guy and not feeling like, hey, this is what I should want. I should want this. What is wrong with you? I have felt bad about that. And I want to know, like, are we wrong for not wanting a nice guy?
Typically, women diss the nice guy.
Yeah.
He's not cool enough. He's not thug enough. He's not
so
swag enough. Yeah, you want to know when women typically go for the nice guy? After their third baby. Later in life, when they value what he has to offer.
Wow.
But now you got 3 kids. Now you washed up. Everybody done been up in them sugar walls. Now you want a nice guy.
I'm saying, what made you like this? You need to seek help.
For what?
You crazy.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm a strong woman.
That's kind of out there.
I'm a strong woman and I'm strong-minded and I believe in what I believe in. What's wrong with that?
I don't know. You might be right, though. To each his own, because it's somebody for everybody.
It is.
But is it going to be the nigga you want?
If you marry a woman that's been with 10 different men, that's a lot of imprinting. Because for a woman, sex changes your DNA.
Wow.
It changes it. It alters it. This is biologically proven. So you're being imprinted. I would rather be imprinted by the man that I'm marrying and not engage in sort of like a psychological, biological, spiritual orgy. Because now, you know, a lot of times you wonder why relationships are not working because they're comparing you with other lovers. And because everything happens at a psychological, subconscious level, sometimes people are not able to access why they treat you or respond to you in a certain way when the response is coming from all of these other experiences that they've had.
Yeah, that part. I want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in. I know it was kind of long, but once again, we had to get down to the meat and the gist of it. And it's about having those hard conversations that a large number of individuals do not want to have. In their mind, they've created their own reality. In their mind, this is what is. You see, that's that narcissistic shit, delusion at its best. So, in the real world, in this reality, yes, there's someone for everybody. Because I do believe if a person is messed up, they should be with a person that's messed up like them too. If a person is not messed up, they should be with somebody that is not messed up. There's too many lane crossing going on. There's too many lane switching going on. Good people mixed up with the wrong people. How you gonna friend zone someone that can be a blessing to you that you didn't even give a chance? But over here, you didn't do that to this one over here. You went full force into this one. Into Pookie and Ray Ray. And then have the audacity to get mad at Pookie and Ray Ray for what they do. Well, you chose him. You had a good man over here, but you friend zoned him. You threw him away to go with what was familiar to you. You see? But get mad when this good man moves on and somebody else takes him. Now you want to shame him. Who in the blue face hell are you? Once again, we have to look at who we choose versus who we pass up. We have to be willing to have a time of reflection, to take a look at ourselves, to assess the situation, and take some accountability. If there's room to receive counseling, go get it. Because 9 times out of 10, a large number of individuals suffer from childhood trauma. And they didn't deal with that. Childhood issues that show up in their love life and wonder why they hit a brick wall when it comes to their love life. No one's perfect, granted. But I do believe that there is someone for everyone. And I also believe that there are good black men and women out there that got their shit together, that works hard, that is loving, nurturing, that is about family and culture. I love my black people. But sometimes my black people be acting like they damn evil. And we got to call that thing out and talk about it. I don't stick up for those doing wrong. I don't support the wrong and the foolery, deceit, evil, wickedness, worldly. I don't support that. But if you are righteous, you are humble, you are loving, you stand on business, you stand on integrity, I support that every day, all day. Twice on Sunday, 3 times on Friday. Until then, it's your boy Big Truck. Go out there and be the best version of yourself for many people to see. Take that with you and go be great. Shalom.